History of events. A topic from the user Tpathak appeared on the forum's website. The hacker posted a screenshot of the Grand Theft Auto 5 source code, as well as a link to download the video archive. At first, the players suspected the person of cheating, but after the hacker began to post pieces of the source code upon request, users realized that Tpathak was not lying. More than 3 gigabytes of videos with the gameplay of the early version of Grand Theft became the property of the network. We have watched them in full and we have a lot to tell. What will happen in Grand Theft Auto 6? Scene. Events will take place in Vice City. Insiders did not lie when they leaked information. The city has become like a combination of cities in the state of Florida. Some videos show familiar places, like Ocean Drive, but there are also many unknown places. Some of the locations look like pieces of a Grand Theft Auto 5 map. The hills and emptiness do not fit in with the forests of a tropical climate. Probably, some parts of Vice City did not have time to fill. Some of the locations are already ready: clubs, shops, cafes, and roadside establishments. One of the videos even showed a scripted scene. The characters are talking to the characters, walking through the strip club and watching the quarrel of several NPCs. NPC models are stubs, since not all city dweller models are ready yet. In the early version, they showed skeletons, they are placed wherever possible. But the voice acting is ready. Characters, even NPCs, do not hesitate to talk and express emotions, react to the actions of the protagonists. Full character customization confirmed. Lucia already has 2 sets of clothes. The look caught on a black short skirt with fabric physics, a black top and high-heeled shoes. The heroine looks spectacular in them. If this is important, you are allowed to look under the skirt. Engine. The development tool at Rockstar does not change, the Rage engine, modified since Grand Theft Auto 4. Already in Red Dead Redemption 2, it was clear that Rockstars would not be able to jump higher. But even in the early version of Grand Theft Auto 6, there is something to be surprised at. Character animations. The contextual animation is taken from Red Dead Redemption 2. But there are also new ones, such as the momentum of the heroes when running. Having developed speed and changed direction, the heroine slows down, turns her body, runs a little more along the original path, and only then runs in the right direction. The hero and NPCs will stick to shelters automatically. Approaching close to the wall, the hero or non-script gently presses and runs along. This mechanic is ready and works on all demonstrations. They will also allow you to go around shelters and not come off from the wall. The change in body position also returned. Heroes can once again crouch and move behind low cover. At the same time, if the hero or NPC is shooting, the hands change their position in space and rise above the cover, be it a fence or a car. The position of the body also changes. If the cover is too low, the characters bend down more, and as soon as it gets higher, the body also rises. In one of the videos, a policeman takes into account the height of the cover when shooting. New animations have also been added. When under fire, the hero covers his face with his hands, and it does not matter whether he has a weapon in his hands or not. Lie on the ground and crawl forward. There is even a scene where Jason crawls into the warehouse and it looks like an animal jumps out at him, from which the protagonist closes with his hands. As in Red Dead Redemption 2, heroes will be able to carry NPCs on their shoulders. Whether it will be possible to hide them in the trunk and thus move them is still unknown. NPC intelligence. Artificial intelligence has changed. In skirmishes with the police, the servants of the law first demand to stop, drop their weapons on the ground and surrender. These actions are doable through the interaction menu. After the second or third request, the police begin to fire. In a firefight, lawmen call for reinforcements, and the star system will most likely be tied to this mechanic. If you kill lawmen, they will not call for reinforcements, and the player will hide from prosecution. In clashes with the police, we noticed an innovation. The servants of the law are now not only male, but also female. And the equipment of the law enforcement forces also changes depending on the number of stars. At the first level of the wanted list, patrolmen will arrive to detain the heroes, and at the fifth, dressed in body armor and armed with automatic rifles, response groups. Opportunities in the open world. The materials contain a demonstration of the robbery of a cafe. And this is not only a threat to the sellers behind the counter, the heroes take the people inside hostage, everyone is allowed to rob. NPCs react to every action that happens around them, they panic, are relieved at the sight of the police, start screaming and get scared if the heroes kill the hostages. Some NPCs will try to escape, these can be tied up with zip ties and left in a conspicuous place. This will delay the police assault, and the lawmen will not climb into the cafe or shoot through the windows. It is allowed to rob not only cafes, but also other establishments. Entering the antique store, Jason has the opportunity to switch to robbery mode. True, this was not shown on the video, the hacker left the institution. They will allow breaking into port containers with the help of a grinder. The hacker revealed that jewelry or vehicles would most likely be placed inside. In the video, money, a bag for collecting it and a motorcycle are placed in the container. The mountain of money is no longer collected automatically, the hero raises each pack of dollars separately. It will also make it harder for characters to get into restricted areas. The video shows that the cameras are now recording what is happening, and it is better to hide from the guards, the player is noticed instantly and open fire. Another video shows a subway and an underground transport car with open doors. Seating is located inside, and there is enough space for a dozen NPCs, most likely, the players are waiting for a working public transport. Armament, shooting and inventory. According to the materials presented, the shooting is reminiscent of Grand Theft Auto 5 and Red Dead Redemption 2, it's hard to do better. But the fire was fired from only a few types of weapons, and the full arsenal was not shown. Added change of hands when shooting. The weapon is shifted from one hand to another, but what changes in this case is not clear. Apparently, this is how the change in the type of aiming from behind the shoulder is implemented, left or right. Inventory is no longer bottomless. The player is limited to 7 weapon slots, and the 8th is occupied by fists. The system is reminiscent of Red Dead Redemption 2, a maximum of 2 rifles hang on the back, and only a pistol and a knife from auxiliary weapons. Also, in some videos, the inventory slot is occupied by a flashlight, you will probably have to use it during warehouse or port robberies at night. To expand the space, a bag is put on the hero, it gives 2 additional slots. But it is not clear whether they will allow weapons to be placed there or whether the bag is needed only for auxiliary weapons, such as explosives. But now the player will not be allowed to vacuum the pockets of enemies and telepathically raise weapons lying on the floor. The latter can be either thrown out of the inventory or picked up lying under your feet, this system came straight from Red Dead Redemption 2. Analysis. This amount of information in the gaming industry was not leaked on any game. The developments are taken from Red Dead Redemption 2, but there is nothing strange in this, it would be foolish to discard the mechanics and achievements of one of the most technologically advanced games in the industry. Players are waiting for a new technical breakthrough, even in the early version of Grand Theft Auto 6 it looks impressive, and the number of little things make you open your mouth in amazement. It is not clear how Rockstar Games and Take-Two will recover from such a hack, whose heads will fall on the chopping block and what will happen to the hacker. I would also like to believe that the source code of Grand Theft Auto 6 will not become the property of the network, otherwise the game will be put an end to and will be remade from scratch. It will take a lot more time, and seeing the leaked videos, I want to play GTA 6 in the next couple of years.